Hello, Northstar here with another Mount and Blade Warband Let's Play. That's just a little too loud. Bloody title music. Excuse me. Had to take a little bit of a break from the last video. I'm really trying to push out lots of these videos because I need to eventually get this series done and move back to some of my older series I haven't revisited in a while. Things like my Vampire Let's Play, Potion Craft, all those different games. And ones that got slated like Software Inc., um, new campaigns and Pop-Up Dungeon. I got a lot of stuff to do. If I stick with one game forever and ever, I feel like I saturate the available audience, whatever subset of people that YouTube is actually pushing my videos on, which clearly isn't nearly as much as the big channels. So fuck them, but nothing I can do about that. About to be attacked, as I said. Oh, nope, they decided to not engage. Pretty sure I can catch these. No, speed 6, I cannot catch these guys. Drive them on. Word. Huh. So you upgraded my men for nothing there. Doesn't hurt to get a little further back to just double check. Yeah, they're going away. They're not coming back. So I'm tasked with driving these cattle to the army of Count Germal. I have no idea where he is. He's just wandering around near Voluka, which was under siege. Looks like the siege has been lifted. Must have been a big battle. I was waiting until the city was actually being assaulted. And I was going to actually go and help with the siege, but field battle, I'd be in trouble. I figured I could help defend the walls if it came to that. Defend the walls. Oh, don't you dare go running away, stupid cows. Where is this prick? Of course he's going to be. How am I supposed to bring it to an army that's just randomly wandering around the countryside? I mean, I'm driving towards Fluke because I figure he'd be near here. The stupid cows you have to be really close to. Farmers. All right, well, I will visit the castle and ask if this guy knows where the marshal is. Also, hello, Brina. Lady Brina. See, I also need to save Ymira from bandits. I heard that Count Delinard crushed you underfoot like an ant. Ha, children should not play games made for grumps, little boy. Well, he's arrogant. Anyways, where's the marshal? Close to Vincourt Castle. I feel like that's a little bit away from here. That's Grunwalder. Oh, besieging a Swadian castle. He must, after dealing with them here, he must have decided that was a great idea. That's a long way to drive cattle. Wine's not bad priced. Buy some wine. To 178 for the most expensive. It's not a horrendous price for grain. Buy a couple bags of that so that my men won't eat whatever pricier things like grapes. Speaking of grapes, let's sell those. Did I get my pause on? I actually want to keep that. I'll sell nomad boots and the skull caps. Head wrapping. Bent spear, rusty falchion, standard spear. All that fun stuff. And battered for a cover shield. Maybe a normal one that's not battered I might equip people with. Maybe. Hmm. Fun. It's all tight because my whole army getting smashed before, as well as upgrades I made to my equipment. God, Dota 2. I don't know if you could see the Steam notifications from playing Dota 2. I always been annoyed by the popularity of that game. It's not that great. Lazal, who I could, in theory, Artimeter. Alayen and Jeremus are captive, but Ymira, I don't know where Ymira is. Tell me when I can sell him. Artimeter. Oh, say, friend, are you by any chance hanging out with town anytime soon? I am. What concern is of your, I may ask? I'm an engineer. Should be yours. I'm an engineer specialized in the art of fortification. If you need a wall knocked down, I can do that, given enough time. Except you can't actually do that in siege battles in this game. If you need a wall built back up, I can do that too, although it would take longer and cost you more. Engineering does help improve your fiefs a little bit faster. There really should have been more ways to improve fiefs and towns and such in this game. And of course, then they moved on to Bannerlord because I think gave the devs an excuse to not include stuff like more abilities to upgrade fortifications because by Napoleonic times, which is what Bannerlord gets into, fortifications were obviously very much out of favor. But at some point, they need to revisit the Warband era and add things like that they didn't have. Now the stew is bigger probably, and programming language is more advanced. There's more tools for them, easier to come by experienced devs than it was way back then. Because the industry's been around longer. Anyways, if you need a wall built back up, I can do it too, although it would take longer, cost you more. And you can't cut costs either unless you want your new edifice coming down underneath you, as someone around here has just found out. The Castellan here in Beluca wanted a new tower added to the wall. Trouble is, he ran out of cash halfway through the process before I could complete the supports. I told him that would collapse, and it did. Unfortunately, he was standing on it at the time. The new Castellan didn't feel like honoring the predecessor's debts, and implied that I might find myself charged with murder if I pushed the point. More fool me for having taken the contract without an advance, I suppose, but the end of it all is that I'm in a difficult spot with the roads full of bandits and no money to pay for an escort. He's wrong about the bandits. So I'd be much obliged if a well-armed party heading out in the next few days could take me along. Where do you need to go? Garoya. Is that even on the map? Garoya eventually, but I welcome the opportunity to get a few dinars in my pocket first, so I don't come home empty-handed. So if you promise me food and a share of the loot, I'd be happy to fight with you for a while. Siege work is my specialty, although I reckon I can handle myself well enough in an open battle, if need be. I'd hire him, but he wants a 300 dinar signing bonus. No. And I know he doesn't get along with Jeremus always, and I figured I'd hire him if he's free. He could fight with me for a while. And here's Leslie. Yes, what is it you wish? To pass time of day with a fellow traveler, if you permit? Very well, I do not mind. My name was Leslie. I am the second son of the Count of Joria. Huh, where the other guy's going, of whom you have no doubt heard. Having no inheritance of my own, I came here to seek my fortune in Calradia, training men in the art of battle. So I guess Doria is in another off map, which I figured. Unfortunately, the Lord here in Voluka has no taste for the disciplinary methods needed to turn rabble into soldiers. I told him it was wiser to flog them now and bury them later, but he would not listen. I was told to take my services elsewhere. More like he's a harsh martinet type person, disciplinarian to excess, and he really does take some pleasure in cruelty, I suspect. So if you know of any commander who believes that his purpose is to win battles and pamper soldiers, I'd be pleased if you directed me to him. I may be able to use my company. Nevertheless, if he's a skilled trainer, it could be useful. I'd be pleased to ride with you at least for a little while, for pay and a share of any loot. I'm a skilled swordsman, and I can also instruct your men in fighting, but I warn you, I do not care to fight for a leader who is lax in discipline with his men, for in the long run, they will not respect a soft hand. Good, I'll be happy to hire someone like you. He wants 400 dinars? Not a chance. Plus, I'm pretty sure he also gets to get along with my companions I've, had before. I could hire hired blades, 2 for 564. They're much better equipped than the companions who start with junk. Try and visit the lady again. I don't know if there's RNG. There's a chance that. Well, I do not think that the stupid cattle are bringing them to a stop. I doubt that this guy's going to come back soon enough. Oh? Moving at an appreciable rate. I'll try and get him to the army rather than fail the quest, but I am annoyed. This is one of the more obnoxious quests, but I'm pretty sure the marshal would have been angry with me if I had just said no. I'm trying not to upset the various nobles of the realm too much, especially ones who already like me. Hoping the negative relations repair over time. Though I haven't seen that happen in a while. Maybe it's only if it's based on gaining honor, in which case I'm going to have to do things to improve relations with those who are starting to hate me. Can't have enemies. That would lead to assassins coming for me, more in the number that already seem to be coming for me on occasion. Quest canceled. I got experience. Why was the quest canceled? Well, I got experience for it as if I succeeded. So, cool. And Clethy can now level up, thanks to her share of the experience for that. I think she's my resident spotting and pathfinding expert. Could be wrong. You guys can't tell I do like intelligence in my people, so that I can. Some of these skills are very important. I definitely like another level of pathfinding. She's eventually trainer. Maybe not quite yet. Level of skill with shield, so that she can get her shield up quicker and actually block stuff. Why is she gaining skill on one-handed weapons? Guess sometimes she gets too close for the polearm. The scythe uses the military cleaver. Probably pretty well, actually. It's a good weapon. Should I have given her riding skill? So she could have. Nah. Want to give Alayen the horse. Thunder. This is cancelled. Guess I'll drive these cattle back towards Voluka. Onward, stupid cows. There we go. Don't you dare. I have no idea where these guys are going. See if I can't catch up. I might be able to. Oh, he's going deep into that territory. Nope. Okay, back to Vuka. Because half the time if I slaughter them further away, the meat's aged. But I'm trying to get in the city so I can reclaim as much of the money sunk as possible. Although I probably won't be able to get all back. Slaughter one. This comes in as fresh beef instead of beef. That's already one level age. That's noxious. I have lost money on this. I'll leave the cows right outside the city and just periodically slaughter some. My army isn't quite ready to go for Ymira yet. I wonder if they'll stay here if I go to visit another city. Cheap wine. Very cheap wine. Oh. To Uxkhal. Huh. Almost 60% of my wages are covered. It's mercenary payment. Cool. Not getting music here. Probably need to turn this back up some. Probably bug out again once this song's over, but who knows. So some of you guys heard me talking about, well, stuff in my own life before if you watched the last video. Or just knew this. If you are new, I'm disabled with long COVID. I've had a pretty difficult and unfortunate life. A lot of things have been rough for me. One of those is I was born into a family with just abusive father, traumatized and often narcissistic mother. Things are abusive, though not nearly as much as my dad. Who probably imitating her parents, who I tell did some stuff to her that wasn't okay when she was younger. I heard the Talnar defeat you and scattered your forces. This is most disappointing. Count ranks. Anyways, doesn't have any tasks for me. But yeah, I don't talk about this stuff just because, I mean, I'm not trying to make 173. That's less than I paid for some of the most expensive wine. Darn. Not just trying to talk about myself. One of the things, one of them, ooh, that's a high price for grain. Saw off a row of grain, full grain bags. Is that everything is connected. May not seem that may seem like I'm reaching, but it is. And capitalism as a system breeds the kind of narcissistic, self-centered behavior. Specifically, it doesn't do it. There's not a direct connection. It'd be ridiculous to say it was a direct connection between the kind of stuff I suffered and the economic system. But there's a secondary, maybe even a tertiary connection that is through several orders of indirect causation. I get ambushed trying to He's fast on the... Okay. Dealt with. Bandits fall before you. You got $150 and a bit of experience. And did not realize it could happen when you're trying to recruit volunteers as opposed to making purchases. Smoked fish. Silk. I think I could sell cheese in the city for a little more than 71, 72. Could be wrong. And so I'm going to sell more wine here. I think 178 or 179 so I pay for the most expensive fish. Might have been 179. And I'll just sell 2 wine then. Be sure I'm profiting. So like I said, it'd be utterly ridiculous to think there was a direct causation, but when you have a system that basically negative relation decay went back towards 0. So yeah, it does happen just very slowly, I suspect. Slight profit on the cheese, big profit on the silk. Cool. When you have a system that basically worships greed and says that you're a great person if you manage to make a lot of money, as if that's the only measure of a good person, it allows really nasty narcissistic behavior to thrive, to become the norm of a society. And that is the connection, is the way our society, or the American society, worships only acquisition of wealth, puts greed up on a pedestal. That allows for a deterioration of, I guess you could say, moral standards, although I sound like some evangelical or something, or God knows what. But they kind of have a point, those sorts, even though they're way off base as to what constitutes being a good person. I mean, evangelicals seem to be more interested in hating others than being kind and accepting and loving people, which is what Jesus would have told them to do. But he's a claimant. What task did he give me? Oh, he wants me to deliver a message. Easy way to make a very important person, the king, happy. Just want to ask the guy if he had tasks for me. All right, so I got tons of fish, some wine that visit Abdellah's, and go back to Luca and hope those cattle are still there. Didn't wander off. No volunteers, darn. Cheap dye can sell. Cheap grain, cheap fish. Okay, so I'm definitely not going to sell fish for a good price, unfortunately. But yeah, people here, I mean, some of the things I've been through, and they just get mad. It's like, they get mad at the people who've done stuff to me. A lot of them. It's like, don't get mad at that. Get mad at the system that allows this kind of behavior to just fester. It's also underfunding within capitalism of social services like social workers, and when they exist, it's more of a punitive thing to keep the poor in line than actually to help people in tough situations. So, like they were anything but helpful with my dad, who was abusive, like DSS type stuff. There's Gramp. And that is very much intentional under capitalism. The point of the state is more about keeping people afraid in line. Anyways, there's a small thing. My daughter, Lady Ymira, said is due for a visit to her relatives at Beluga. The visit has been postponed several times already with all the trouble on the roads. Bandits everywhere. But this time she is adamant about going, so I want to at least make sure she's well guarded. I trust you well, Northstar. Really? Maybe it's because I'm right now and he actually has -2 relations to me. So I'd be very grateful if you could escort Ivuka and make sure she arrives safe and sound. You can count on me, sir. All right, well, I'll escort, Lady Ymira said. How is she injured a little bit? We still have a long road ahead of us. I'm going to enjoy the road for a while longer then. I won't complain. I find riding in the open so much more pleasant than staying in the castle all day. You know, I envy you. You can live like this all the time. She's not riding, though. She doesn't have a horse. She should have a horse, honestly. So, you know, she doesn't slow the stack, but she does not. Right, well, back to Voluka, I guess. Since pathfinding in this game is pretty terrible, I'll just head to pathfind to the Edges Bridge. Maybe to Chiza, maybe the looted thing will have worn off by the time. Nope. Luca's under siege again, too. That's disappointing. Oh, maybe I can help with the battle. Oh, geez. You know, they probably slaughtered my cows. I don't see them. I think they slaughtered the cows. I guess that's a reasonable... that they would slaughter cows belonging to someone that or drove them off. Oh! Who are you that comes in arms against me? I am Northstar, my lord. Science is over. Now, I'm trying to get to the city, not ignoring you. Thanks for escorting me. I got 30 experience and 250 dinars. Thanks for escorting me here in Northstar. Please accept this gift as a token of my gratitude. I hope we should meet again in the future. It's an honor to serve you, madame. I can visit her. I guess that won a little favor. She's an actual character, right? Lady Ymira said. There's Count Rifes. Anyhow. I could wait till the battle begins and I don't see the bloody cows. They must have been slaughtered. I guess they should have just sold off the meat, knowing there were enemy armies around who would come and slaughter the cows. To the tavern. Case of drunks. I don't need to be getting injured with this if I'm going to be helping with the siege. Ransom broker, hired blade. Guess double check if my companions are still. Yeah. Wish I could find a traveler to find where Ymira is, and she wasn't captured. She escaped. It was just, anyways, the cows, I think they were right where Count Despin's party is now. Or Count Clargus. So they've almost certainly been slaughtered. That sucks. I guess it's nice that they thought of adding that interaction to the game, but it's annoying to me, obviously. Alright, I'll go liberate Ymir from bandits. Maybe I'll find the cattle, or actually somewhere out in the countryside. You never know. Ooh! A caravan battle. Swadia and the Nords. I'm hostile to the Swadia and neutral to the Nords. I might be able to flip this in favor of the caravan. Rush to aid the caravan. Charge. Got numerical advantage, but probably not quality advantage. This is gonna be... it's gonna suck. Cavalry... infantry... charge. I meant for the cav. If I have any of their mind to come with me. Circle around and hit the enemy in the rear. That's the idea. Alright, they're not really tossing range stuff at me. I mean, there's occasional crossbowmen, but I'm mostly busy slashing people. So there's no point in having the shield. Ow. I mean, I wasn't going to get the shield up, but yeah. Took a crossbow hit. Got knocked off my horse. Still help again. Although I'm badly wounded, but maybe I can do a little damage with the one of my party charge. Deal 8 damage to horse. Yeah, at least this should be gaining me some. Are you kidding me? Gah! I got hit by one of the lances. Caught the edge of a lance. Wow, that was a failure. Seems I just threw men away. I mean, I'm tired and I didn't fight great, but sometimes sometimes I do alright and sometimes not. This was a not day. Battle. I'll do better next battle, probably. Right. Another village. Well, they got some money and they'll pay well for fish. Cool. Guess fish for meat. Increase food diversity in my army. I'll have a slightly higher morale and I'll lose fear and desertion. Hopefully. Should check with the village elder if I can do quests for them. Nope. I don't even have the men to liberate Ymira yet from the bandits. To find where that count is. Grunwalder Castle. Exceptionally difficult castle. Take by siege, just as Swadians bypassed it. Grand architecture of a Rodok castle. I mean, again, I heard you're defeated. No tasks. I want to know where Reland is. He should be close by. Okay. Oh, there he is. Deliver this message. Bring a message from the king. Oh, let me see that. Well, could you bring me the message? Take the seal as proof I received it. Any tasks? No. Got a little money for that too. Guess I'll head to Vluka. Oh, these guys tried to chase me, but it was too fast, so they Fish will sell well right now. I'll actually pay real well for dyes. No, they're not a primary consumer of them. Let's take a look at my party morale. $483? Oh, I don't need the meat actually. Sell this off. Did allow me to sell off some fish, so it was worth it. Sell off the fish too. There's no wine for sale. These guys are all trying to chase me down. Lovely. Lovely. That's notes. Who are the Redox at war with the Serenides? No. Just Swadian now. So there's no reason to mess with this Serenide. Who are the Swadians? I should double check if Swadia is at war with anyone besides the Nords. Oh, they're at war with the Vigirs, too. So if I see one of their caravans, I can protect it. These guys are going to try and attack me in the city. Do I have the numbers to swing the siege against them? No, I don't. Pricks already killed my cows. Or drove them God knows where. You find that there were cows hanging out somewhere in the mountains. And I just failed the quest to save Ymira. Took too long. Now Ymira dislikes me. That's lovely. An easy enough quest if I can keep getting attacked by every freaking army in the area. I have silk, but I can't sell that for profit. How much that's being priced at. Alright. Any tasks? No. Alright. Go back to Myrrh. Relations with the farmer. I expect it was with the village. Well, I can still recruit people then. Just a random farmer. Maybe it saves or as an entity, but I doubt it matters. Be funny if someday I ran into a farmer and I had minus the relations with them. It's like, okay. Probably irrelevant. Six heads of cattle. Sorry, can't. Unbearable poverty because of the raid. Another village in unbearable poverty. kind of quality of enemy troops. Tribesmen are basically dead if they get in a fight. They can make a reasonable counting themselves against bandits, but I'm promoting up to spearmen, trying to get trained spearmen. Only people really stand much of a chance. In a fight. Let's see if I can get some Swadian recruits from this village. Oh, great, I'm being chased by deserters. I guess I can't recruit if I'm at war. Oh well. Cheap bread. Get some wine, except they don't have the money to buy it. Let's see if there's quest. Ebo. Eight veteran crossbowmen. As well save and just charge at them. No, actually, I want to buy time for my people to heal. For HP could matter. If I'm wandering around Swadian lands, does at least distract the Swadians. Alright. Should be able to deal with these deserters. Outnumber them. We're 3 to 1. Follow me, cavalry. Darn it. It's hard to hit anything with these javelins, especially while moving. Off the horse. And I shall engage you on foot. Ow. At least my horse didn't get maimed. Well. So one of them left. Order my men to attack, and victory. Now hire these guys, including the manhunters. Farmer and peasant woman. They do become watchmen and camp followers, so cool. Hardened pattern cloth. Ooh, that is good armor. That's good as I'm wearing, but it could be useful for my companions. Leather boots, same thing. And board shield. Right. Put clothing that improved armor. Since I don't have the other people, I should have probably upgraded these guys' armor a while ago. There we go. These leather boots are lighter than these serenade ones. Reduce encumbrance in case she gets unhorsed or use her in a siege battle. Alright. She doesn't have the riding skill. Katrin is about to level up, and I can give her an extra riding skill if I wish. But peasant woman can be upgraded to camp follower. Wait. So hopefully my wander around Swadians territory, it gives them alerts and they come back here and leave Luca alone. That's the hope. Anyways. And there's trading opportunities here anyways, like grain and wool. Get rid of some of this really cheap garbage. Funny enough, if I were to ask the village elder if he's seen hostiles around, he'd probably say me. Because I'm technically at war. Swadia. I had no quarrel with the village and no desire to raid them, though. Cattle? No. Okay. Keep wandering, keep trading. Cheap grain. Village of Elrada. Swear, there's no... Whenever I get the volume so it barely plays music, it's over loud. And if I push it too low, I don't get anything. Any tasks? No. It keeps giving that stupid quest. It's like it knows it's the most obnoxious thing in the game. They want to artificially inflate players' playtime by making them spend all their time dealing with obnoxious cattle driving. Alright, the town of Hallmar. Opulent, rich. Pay well for wool. Actually, kind of high prices for grain. Great prices for wine. They sell cheap pottery. It's not supremely cheap, but somewhat. $42 for bread. Huh. I suspect it'd sell for more than that. Armor, arms. Sell this, this, and this. Oh, and there's a soldier's cleaver. That might be an upgrade to Katrin's equipment. 197. Yeah, I think it is. Question is the price reasonable? 357. Yeah. A large bag of barbed arrows. This is Jeremus. Find him next or free him. Jousting lance. Not great. Hmm. Rusty multi-cleavers better than the soldier's cleaver. But the soldier's cleaver hits much harder than the nomad saber, though its speed and reach are slightly worse. It's probably worth keeping the nomad saber though, in case. Let's see if I can find anyone who knows where my companion Ymira is. Swordsman, mercenary swordsman, wandering troubadour. No. Show me a traveler. Nope. Okay, to Peshmi. No volunteers, darn. Cheap grain though. Saw a little bit of that grain. Back to the city. Hmm. This cabbage is only 3 left. Still not worth selling. The wine is up to 184. I'll sell the wine. And go here to Ashamak, whatever. Need to recruit people. 5 Kerrigan tribesmen. Cool. They'll eventually upgrade to skirmishers and ride horses around. And nice. Also sell some pottery. They don't have the money for it. Oh well. These guys need to upgrade to continue gaining experience passively. So it's all Rodok spearmen and trained spearmen. Farmers and peasant women. Force bans there if I wanted to mess with them. Serenade recruits. Cool. Do some price for the bread. Never mind that. Well. I want to get up to veteran footman though. Let's see. Still working training. 6 Rock veteran spearman. His taxes. To find the Ymira AM. Pay him back at some point, but I don't have the money. He's going to be upset. Ms. Northstar, at your service, sir. You may have been able to escape the last time across the pass, but now, next time I doubt you'd be so lucky. Any task? Yep. It's from when war. Wants to join my party. I don't blame him. It's been a veritable meat grinder. Speaking of meat grinding, buy sausages. Some bread, buy sausage. 74 sausage. And off to Cherie's. Profit selling the sausages here. Interesting. It's a high price for cabbage. Buy some dates. Thankfully my men don't eat those. Semi-reasonable price for grain. That'll prevent people from eating as much of the bread. Cabbage. Well, I don't care about the cabbage, but the bread. Flax that might sell for more in some areas. It's not a terrible price to buy powder yet. Cool. Let's see if I can find a traveler at the tavern. No, just a ransom brokery. It's like it's all I ever meet ransom brokers lately. This is one of the many. To Mitnum. Crew. Volunteers. Get them where I can. Dates. Flax. Pay well for the bread. Very well for the cabbage, actually. And at this castle, might have a quest for me. Nope. Ah, thought I stopped heading there, but nope. To Rashid then. Recruits. Darn it. Cheap pottery. Cheap flax. They have some money. Anything to sell them that they wanted? I do not. God, I like to keep things organized. Just check with the village elder. Quests. Here he is by the grapevines. No, I'm not bringing you cattle. That's one thing I will not do. Elder. They all want cattle. None of them are getting it. Not a chance. Meet again. Any tasks? Nope. No volunteers. I bet this village elder will also freaking ask for cattle. It's like the game is trolling me. Sometimes I swear it is. So many people wandering around this village. Where's the freaking village elder? Slopes, I swear, they're just to make it harder for horses. No. Yeah, the game will keep offering me that one quest I refuse to do. Just to annoy me, I swear. There's nobody in the castle right now. No volunteers in Jamasha. Paywall for pottery bit. Don't have any money. Oh, darn. Two Chiles. Some more tribesmen. Nice. That's a very high price on wool cloth. Should be able to smoked fish, dried meat, and they'll pay excellent prices for pottery. And dates. I saw that for more in the city though. Remaining dates. I'll just sum one date. Continue to earn that mercenary retainer. Cool. Yeah, I can sell dates for more here. Guess I could have sold him some of the flax. Interesting. Grains fetching a good price. Borsha, hard blade. Oh there, Trevor. You wouldn't by chance be in the market for a tracker, would you? Perhaps what's the urgency? Well, sir, it's a long story. Had a bit of misunderstanding here in Uxkhal about a horse they found tied up outside the inn. It was a spitting image of a beast that threw me a few days back and ran off. Naturally, I untied it for a closer look. Now he's a horse thief. As it turns out, the horse belonged to a merchant, a pinch-faced old goat who wouldn't accept that it was all a simple misunderstanding, went off to get the guard. But if I was with a larger group who could vouch for me, they might let it pass. I'd be very grateful to you. Perhaps I know there won't be a misunderstanding about one of my horses. Sir, I'm offended that you would even think such a thing. I'd be most indebted to you, and you'll see that I show my gratitude. I've ridden over a fair amount of rough country in my time. More often than not in a hurry. I'm a good tracker, and I've got a good eye for a train. So what do you say? Good, you can be useful to us. 300 dinars to hire him. Nope. Nope. Alright, 2 Bavram. 3 more tribesmen. And I guess, see if I can't get something that's not cattle driving. God, this stupid game. Maybe it'll stop doing it next time I load, but I am not doing that quest. It's probably giving it to me because it still thinks maybe those cattle didn't get slaughtered. They just ran off, and so it thinks I have cattle currently belonging to me. So of course all the villages beg for them. Of course I'll never find those cattle. So that would be a noxious bug, really. The Beggars are trying to take back Cura, which they lost to the Nords. Here's the village elder. 10-1, he asks for cattle. Oh. More tribesmen. Grain. It's a low enough price for beef. 58. Might manage to sell it for profit. Some little flax. Money for the fish. Oh, wait, they also have cheap butter. Some fish for the butter. Okay, Tacheza. Go. So, scrapes. Vodka for profit. I don't have the money for that. The smoked fish. Pay a pretty good price for. Guess I could have didn't cut a profit on the grapes. Oh well. I mean, I'll eat them if I keep them. So beef. Cool, cool, cool. Still hoping to find a traveler who can tell me where Ymira went. Or run into Ymira herself. That would be good. Wandering poet, ransom broker, traveler. Oh, of a claimant? No, of a companion. Here we go. Well, I know Alayen is in a dungeon. You can tell me where Ymira. Wait, she's also in Uxkhal? I guess she's hanging out there trying to get the others freed. Given that well, I best save here, and then I guess I'll have to wait to go to Uxkhal until I'm no longer at war with Swadia, or at least the Rodox are. Hope you folks enjoyed the video. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a gangsterly home. Until next time, it's Northstar. I do. And best luck.